Hello and good morning. Munton here with what are we? Day 12, aren't we? Week 3 of Vitality in Action and keeping it simple. This is Meditation Made Simple, and we have been doing this. Some of us have been doing this. Have you been doing this for the last 12 days? Let's do it again, shall we? Because a little secret for you. It's basically the same every day, but your results are the thing that might be different, okay? And that's what, to me, is interesting here. I'd love to hear from you, Carl at carlmunson.com, if you want to tell me what your results are like. The idea is to sit in the chair for a few minutes, practicing a certain type of technique, which we have been practicing for the last 12 days, and I'll give it to you again today, and seeing what happens. And we are keeping it simple. Keep it simple, silly. You know that idea, don't you? Keep it simple, silly. And I think from profound simplicity can come profound results. So let's see what happens today. Feel the weight of your body in the chair, if you will. And I instinctively or automatically go to checking my breathing and connecting with the breathing and the breath. The air coming in and out of the body. So do that as well, if you will, please. To me, at the moment, I'm feeling the weight of my thighs on the chair because I haven't sorted out this office chair situation. So it leans back a little bit and puts a little bit of pressure, which is interesting because it gives me a reference point that I'm definitely being aware of my body right here, right now. That is the simplicity of life, is it not? That we are here and now, and we're in a body. That's keeping it pretty simple, and that's where all the problems begin, is it not? Because the thinking mind then comes in and interprets that and makes meanings, and before we know it, we are eating fish and chips at the end of a pier as a memory from years gone by. It can so easily happen. For example, that is, of course, and I think I was able to maybe take you to the end of a pier eating fish and chips. Such is the suggestibility of the mind, and this is how we suggest things to ourselves and follow those little mind travels, those time travels in our own mind. And the way to come back into the present is to be aware again that you have a body right here, right now. So do that. I'm feeling my back against the chair. And I'm feeling the breath coming in and out of my body. In through the nose and out through the mouth, just as a little bit of a discipline. Not in any heavy sort of way, but just a way to settle yourself and to give yourself a focus and a structure. To, whilst focusing and being aware of the breath, it's quite difficult to be going off on little mind trips and being stimulated by thought. We can keep coming back to the breath, coming in, and going out of the body. And having a body on the chair. Feet are on the floor. I can feel my feet on the floor too. And I can feel the weight of my head on my neck. So many things that we take for granted. Like the bird that I could hear singing in the tree this morning when I was out walking the dogs. I'm taking you there now, aren't I? And I mention it because as I listened to one bird, I could hear another bird. Then I could hear more birds. And these birds were there anyway. I just wasn't aware of them. And it's the same with the sensations in your body. Your body is talking, whispering to you, talking to you, sometimes shouting at you. And in our haste to go about our business, we can sometimes ignore the messages, the presence of the body in our lives. We're never without it, are we? Well, maybe those very rare occasions. But generally speaking, we are embodied. And we have an extent to which we're aware of that embodiment. And I think great gifts can come from being aware of having a body and being in your body and being aware of it breathing, as we're going to do now, for the next 5 minutes. Okay, that's the practice, keeping it simple. And we will come back to the breath if we find ourselves drifting off into thought. And we'll be aware, we'll have this awareness, this growing awareness of being in the body. And expanding our awareness of being in the body. And perhaps our presence will expand as well as we do that. So let's do that for 5 minutes. I'll see you in 5 minutes' time. Well, that, would you believe, is 5 minutes? I'm sure this clock is running faster. And if you were struggling there, that might have seemed like an interminable 10 minutes or 50 minutes. It all comes back in many ways, doesn't it, to the perceiving and the condition of your perception. And if much of your perception of life is through your mind and your judgments and your opinions, yeah, there will be all of those impressions of time. And same for me. My mind is I want to sing that song. My mind's telling me no, but we don't sing him. No, my judgment about the situation is that way very quickly, and we all have our reasons for these perceptions. But really, I think the freedom is beyond the perception, beyond that awareness, beyond that limitation, and what can be enjoyed and lived and experienced in and beyond the time frame, the imposition of time, or the judgment of our experience through time. There is something beyond that. There is something that transcends that, which we can touch on. Ironically, paradoxically, through the spending of time. I don't want to mess with your mind too much. I don't want to mess with my own mind too much. I just want to be free and still and peaceful. That's the whole point here. And I hope you have had a taste and sense of that this morning. And we'll do it again tomorrow. So have a great day. Whatever sense of peace, joy, freedom, love, whatever you call it, whatever sense of that you might have in your body now, see if you can stay connected with that without, and again, paradoxically, without trying. If you try and hold on to it, it will probably vaporize like a little butterfly flying out of your hands as you try and catch it. If you can just keep an easy awareness on, that nice joy, the shoulders resting, the breathing, breathe out. Yes. Stay with that, and I'll see you tomorrow.